Have you ever heard of Genghis Khan? The ruler of Mongolia, the second largest empire in history, the figure of the Mongolian leader Genghis Khan is known to be brutal and very rich. Anyone will definitely be curious about all the stories. Here are interesting facts about Genghis Khan. Khan was a great strategist and his brutal army would leave destruction in everything in their path. Their ferocity can be seen from how they treat their enemies with merciless torture. Genghis Khan was born in 1162 in the Kekaisaran Mountains. First he was born with the name Temujin, according to the History of Yuan version. He once led Mongolia in his empire and carried out invasions throughout the Asian plains. Then it was continued by his descendants. In the past, the Mongol troops were known for the speed of their cavalry, which is why Genghis Khan often won battles. This made him unable to escape the captivity of the women who later became his concubines, which is why to this day millions of people in the world are direct descendants of Genghis Khan. Here are facts about Genghis Khan. 1. Capture enemies and use them as shields. Khan was one of the earliest to use the strategy of using his enemies as human shields. He is quite selective in choosing who will be used as a living shield in battle. Sometimes he would immediately execute enemy troops who surrendered and hoped for forgiveness or good treatment. But sometimes if the enemy soldier really has the ability and good attitude, he will let him join his troops. However, there were times when he would order his troops to take surrendered enemy troops and force them to fight on the front lines. They will force the enemy to join in the fight as best they can, and if they don't want to, without hesitation the soldier will be killed. As much as possible, Khan and his troops delayed the death of the shields so they could fight for Khan. 2. Killed his half-brother when he was a child. Genghis Khan had a life full of challenges and conflicts in his childhood. One event often mentioned in history is the murder of his half-brother, Bektar, which occurred when they were still children. This murder occurred because of power competition between Mongolian tribal families at that time. Although these events occurred in the past and are part of a complex history, Genghis Khan's later success and rise in uniting the Mongolian tribes and creating the Mongol Empire cannot be ignored. He is known as one of the greatest military leaders in history and had a huge impact on the formation of the modern world. When he was little, his family lived alone and his mother had to look after her own 4 children and 2 stepchildren. Genghis helped his family by hunting for food. However, he often quarreled with his half-brother about sharing the food. 3. Has 500 wives. Genghis had more than 500 wives and they bore him many children. Borte, however, remained Genghis' life companion and only his son was considered his rightful successor. Genghis Khan is known to have had many wives, although the exact number may be difficult to accurately ascertain. The number 500 is often mentioned in historical literature, but the actual number may be less or more than that number. The presence of multiple wives was common among leaders of the time, and in some traditional cultures, having multiple wives was considered a sign of status or power. For Genghis Khan, these wives may also have had a political role in expanding his influence, strengthening alliances with other tribes, or increasing the number of descendants to strengthen the Mongol dynasty. 4. Destroying the entire city. While attacking the Khwarezmian kingdom, he stopped by the city of Samarkand in a state of anger and ready to attack anyone who got in his way. He had just destroyed the city of Otrar and killed Inalchuk with molten silver. In his brutality he told the residents that he was sent by God to punish the residents and kill everyone and level the city. In Samarkand, he also succeeded in defeating the guards and destroying the population. His troops, who found a pregnant woman, even killed her and took the baby still in her stomach. When the Mongols finished destroying the city, not even the ruins of the city were there. 5. Pouring molten silver into the enemy's eyes and ears. Khan was very proud of his activities to spread terror. The goal is to get the enemy to join him without having to lose many members because they have to fight first. But many people are not aware that they are offended him. He can be even more brutal with his unimaginable punishments. A city led by a nobleman named Inalchuq became his target. Khan was furious that Inalchuq destroyed the caravan he sent on the trade route. So he killed all the inhabitants and burned the remains of the city. For Inalchuq, Khan killed him by pouring molten silver into his eyes and ears. 6. His best general was his greatest enemy. A ruler usually chooses war generals who come from trusted people who are well known. However, this did not apply to Genghis Khan. He once appointed a general who was actually his biggest enemy. The general named Jib was even the only person who almost ended Genghis Khan's life. It was his courage that amazed Genghis Khan, so he appointed Jib to be his trusted general. General Jib also played a major role in Moghol's efforts to control mainland Asia and parts of Europe. 7. Genghis Khan is very tolerant. Behind his extraordinary cruelty, Genghis Khan turned out to be a very tolerant figure, especially regarding fundamental matters such as religion. Genghis Khan highly respected every religion from the countries he conquered. He doesn't even collect taxes from the various places of worship. Genghis Khan was of the view that imposing coercion on people of other religions would give rise to rebellion. Therefore, he did not impose strict rules regarding religion. The cruel Genghis Khan was also known to be very religious. 8. Genghis Khan hates insults. Genghis Khan was known as a very proud ruler, so it is not surprising that he hated being insulted, especially when his people were abused. This happened in 1219. At that time, Genghis Khan sent an envoy to the Khwarezmid kingdom to inform them about the exchange of goods on the Silk Road. However, the Mongol ruler's envoy was killed. As a result, Genghis Khan was furious. He then sent troops to invade Khwarezmid, which caused the kingdom to be completely destroyed and its inhabitants to be massacred in the streets. Thank you for listening to our discussion today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.